Alright, I left the house this morning and I needed this camera right here. This is the Yi 4K Plus camera. Now, Kylie hates this camera, and I'll have to admit it's not the best camera in the world, but it actually works pretty well for me, because when I start this camera I can just push one button right here on top of it, and then to record you just hit the button again. So when I have this camera in my pocket on a stick like this, I can just reach down with my mouth, turn this camera on. But like I say, Kylie doesn't like this camera, so we use the GoPro. GoPro makes an excellent video, and I can take it and I can throw it on the floor and pick it up, and normally it'll turn back on. It's the times you're not thinking of it and you haven't dropped it and all that it doesn't turn back on. And then you got to screw around with it, take the battery out of it. You know, that's a pain in the hind end for me. These cameras are not the best, and if you put the sound guard thing on them, the sound is terrible. So, and this is not a waterproof camera, and I left it in the camper. We've been all weekend, West Liberty Labor Day Festival. What that is, I don't know, the Lions Club puts it on at the Lions ballpark. And it's an antique tractor show. They got a sawmill. I videoed a lot. Got a lot of good video. Got a lot of good video of the sawmill running. Got good video of the person that used to own the sawmill running the sawmill. So that was really pretty cool. So we're happy about that. But anyway, I had to come up here and get my camera. I left my camera. It started raining on Sunday, so I put my camera in the toolbox of the camper, and left it in there, and I forgot about it. I went to turn my GoPro on here just a little bit ago, and naturally it's got a dead battery. So I don't have an extra battery for it, but I do for my Yi camera, so we're going to use my Yi camera. Normally, if I'm driving, I have this on the dash. If you look, anytime I'm driving, the video isn't quite as good because this is on my dash and it's this camera. But I just kind of wanted to let you know what we've been doing, and that's kind of what this video is about. Had a lot of comments wanting to know where I am, what I've been doing, and we'll get this camera in the truck and we're going to go over and look at a couple different things, and then I'll tell you about it. Alright, the last day of the Labor Day Festival was yesterday. We got about 1.5 inches of rain up here on Sunday, and it mudded the heck out of everything. And this park's run by the Lions clubs, and those guys will be out here cleaning everything up. And if you see one of them, tell them thank them, you know, because they don't get paid to do this stuff, and they put a nice show on for everybody. But a little bit about what I've been up to. After the fair, I did a live stream, I think. Yeah, I did a live stream. And kind of told what I was doing up until and then after fair. Well, after fair, I spent a week getting things cleaned up, mowed, and everything else, catching up for the last couple of weeks, plus doing other things. And I was doing that, my wife and I and her whole family, we all went to Gatlinburg. And if you follow my Facebook and my Instagram, posted pictures on there from that. And also, before we went on vacation, I drove to Illinois. Corky and I took the Gator and the trailer out to Illinois to Jake Ziegler's, and met Jake and talked to Jake. And Jake and I, we talked several times there, commenting on each other's videos. And if you haven't seen Jake Ziegler's videos yet, go to Jake Ziegler and on YouTube and check his channel out. But we went out there on a Friday, and it was a 4.5 hour drive, and then turned around and came back. And then Monday morning we left for Gatlinburg. We drove to Gatlinburg, and we were there for 4 nights with my wife's family, and we had a big 20-some person cabin that we rented, and we all kind of went and did what we wanted to do. But in the evenings we all sat around, and it was a really good time. We did that until Friday morning. Friday morning we left there and we went to the Half Century Progress show. I think it was a 7.5, almost an 8 hour drive to Rantoul, Illinois. And we were there till Sunday evening. The Half Century Progress show is something, guys. If you guys haven't ever seen it, the videos, even this, the stuff we videoed will not do that place justice. It's an excellent, excellent place. And it's built on a big runway. That's where they run it. An old airstrip of some type. But they've got plowing and they've got harvesting, and that was a real good time. But we were there till Sunday night. Then we drove home Sunday night. Then we had Monday. And then Tuesday morning, Kylie and I went to the Progress show out in Decatur, Illinois. And we went and did that show. And we both videoed there also. Corky and I videoed at the Half Century show, and then Kylie and I videoed at the Progress show. Got a lot of good stuff. Met a lot of great people. One thing, it's kind of hard to video when people are coming up to you and talking to you. But I really enjoyed all the conversations that everybody had that stopped us when we were at both places. It was great. Appreciate all the kind words and everything, and thanks for stopping us. Saw some other people that didn't quite know, but you guys can stop us. It's all good to come up to us and talk to us when we're out somewhere. So that's kind of where we're at on, that's been the last 3 weeks. Well, I guess that's been the whole month of August, counting fair. That's the reason we don't have any videos up here lately. We've been kind of going and doing the family thing and all that. I've got a lot of good videos that I need to put together of the fair and of the Rantoul show, the Half Century Progress show, and the show in Decatur, the Farm Progress show. We are also going to be at the Farm Science Review. Farm Science Review is a pretty good size show, farm show, just like the Farm Progress show is. We're going to be there. It's the 17th, 18th, and 19th of September. We're going to be there, I do believe, at least the 17th. 17th or the 18th, maybe both dates. I don't know for sure. We're going to be there, so if you see us, say hello. We're also going to go to the Block Bash. Block Bash is a thing down in French Lick, Indiana, put on by Bear Hollow Wood Carvers. And they've got some chainsaw wood carving going on down there. Going down there, Jason Emmons and I got to know each other. He comes up and does one of our local fairs here that we go to every year, and we've met him there, and we're going to go there and we're going to talk to those guys, watch those guys cut up some wood. So if you guys get a chance, swing down there to the Block Bash, French Lick, Indiana. We got a cabin, and Corky and I are going to that. And and hoping to meet up with a couple other people there too. So we're going to be doing that. But right now we're just kind of on a crop tour, looking at everything. We had a little bit of rain over the weekend. They had about 1.5 inches of rain there where we were in West Liberty, and then at my house I had 2/10. But basically over most of our farm got some rain, and we're real thankful for that. That helped out quite a bit on some of our things. Daddy's over here doing a couple things. Jump out here and see what he's doing. John came over and we got the combine running. He's got it out. Time to start getting things ready for harvest, people. It's probably going to be closer to the end of the month before we start harvest, but this thing was in really pretty good shape before we put it away, but there's always things we have to do to it, adjustments that need to be made, so we kind of like to start on it. John, he'll do almost everything to this combine that it needs to have done to it, and he's normally the one that does the driving of it. He runs the combine most of the time. John is actually my dad's brother, and my dad and his brother are in a partnership together in the farm, and then I help him and use their equipment then to harvest my property, and we work together and it works out real well. So, but it's an S660 combine. This is the first year for him. I think it's a 2012, but it's out of the barn now. Still pretty clean from when we cleaned things up, but I don't know, I'm sure John will clean it up again. It'll have to really look good before we go to the field, but he's up in there putting the computer in. We use the same computer. We use the same computer for this combine as we do our tractor. That way we only have to own one. But that planter also works for our, that monitor also works for our planter and the tractor that we put it in, our 8130, that I'll be hooking onto the grain cart here before too long. But heads are over in the other building over there. But I just wanted to get a little video of getting the big warrior out, getting it ready. So, don't know how much we're going to have to harvest, but we're going to get what we can. All right, John put the combine away, and we put the battery charger on it because, of course, the batteries were dead, and I didn't think to show that when we climbed up in it and got it out. But the batteries weren't completely dead, which a lot of times they are. There's something on there that's got a draw on it. I don't know for sure what it is, but battery charger is going to be on it, and I'm going to run down to a field day, let you know who it is when I get there. Another YouTuber's having a Seed Consultants field day down there at their place, and wanted to know if I was invited to come down to it, so I think we're going to run down there this afternoon. Not too much other stuff going on right now, and stop down there and see how that is, and just hang out for a little bit. So, get you back here in a little bit. About an hour and a half drive. Not a big deal, really. Riding around with Brian. Came down to visit Brian. Going to go to the Seed Consultants test plot day thing they're having. Brian, he's taking us on a tour. Got the boss in the back here. George is here.
That's right. The boss, oh boy.
The food man.
Food boss.
Well, we're going to eat here in just a little bit. So we're on a crop tour. Look at Brian's tractor right here. What year is it?
67.
67. It's pretty cool.
How'd you get it there? Yeah, right.
So that's his tractor, and this is your tractor?
That's my tractor. Yeah.
I like that tractor too. How many miles are on
He
it?
does red. It's got 61,000 on it.
Does it?
I bought it used. The guy, I bet put a couple thousand on it maybe. Sunday driver.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
It's got more horsepower in this tractor.
Yeah.
I don't know if it has a torque.
It'll run faster too. We get with it.
It'll get down the road, huh?
It's a stop.
Like that dryer, it's 20 years old. Or actually, hell, it's 23 years old.
It's nice. It's under roof there.
I think that's the only reason it's kept as good as it because it was under the roof at our house too. It's a 96 model.
It's nice you got concrete out here too. That's kind of handy.
Yeah.
Kind of handy for running the bin over.
Well,
I've run the bin. We run the bin over several times
I
last
ran
year.
about 2,000 bushel out of the eave of that middle one. And after that, Dad said, we're putting concrete down. There's the tower.
Where's the leg gonna go?
Right there on that pad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can put our bin in, it'll go right here. So I have nothing for it.
So what are you gonna have? Just an auger coming from your dump or a conveyor or what? So I better introduce, this is Brian Brown. He's with Brian's Farming Videos. He and I have become pretty good buddies, and he invited me down to their seed consultants plot day, and we came down here to check it out. And just driving around, we saw a bunch of his fields and stopped here and looking at the progress on his bin. But he is doing a time lapse of it being built, and it's right up there on that platform. You can see his GoPro up there.
Initial weigh-in
Ours have to be 45,
Okay.
but we don't have an upper limit. Yeah.
Okay. But at any rate, they have to be 50 pounds or more.
What? What'd you do?
Getting the goat talk.
All right, Brian.
What?
I'm going home. What do you think?
I think it's time to eat.
Time to eat. Heck, you just ate.
Oh,
I could probably eat
There's
again
still
too.
dessert oh yeah, there's meat in there.
Plenty of food in there.
Yeah. You know, I
I
gotta
was
bleep
too.
that out.
I was too.
Yeah, I had a good meal. It was great. Appreciate you asking me down here for this.
Oh, thanks for coming down.
Glad to meet you and glad to meet your family again. Glad to meet George. Glad to meet your brother here. So.
Anytime you're looking for another grain cart job, just come on down.
Oh, when I get done, we'll see what happens.
Throw you inside.
I gotta get done with mine.
Bring your truck too. We're always looking for trucks.
Yeah, be sure to bring yourself.
Bring myself.
Yeah. I mean, he wants everything, so you might as well come with it.
All right, man. Now I am gonna head out there, so appreciate it. Appreciate your time. You guys be sure to go check out Brian's farming videos. I think I've already said it, but let's just said it again. So.
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming down. Had a great time hanging out with you.
Yeah. Good food. You fed me twice now.
I have. Yeah. I didn't cook any of this. It had absolutely nothing to do with that.
Well, the
meal.
Blackstone did a good job. I don't know if I ate one off the Blackstone or the regular grill, but it did a great job. So.
I don't know. Pork chops came off their wagon.
Those are good. Those things are tender.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
they make a pretty good pork chop.
That is a nice cooker.
There's some in there if you want
I
some.
could hook that onto my truck and take it home with
Right
me.
now is the time to do it.
I was
They're
gonna say
BSing.
they're busy.
Yeah, they are deep in conversation.
Hey, we'll go get the tables for you.
Yeah. All the tables and chairs load up into it.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the trick, on the front of it.
Can we get all? Can we get them all without them knowing?
The best thing to do is if we can get them to put them in it.
They don't just need
And then take
Exactly. Well, you see, we could have it hooked on my truck. They think it's theirs.
Yeah, Trey. There you go.
One something there.
All right.